Monkey, 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 monkey buttons. Hi, guys. Robbie's eating bread, running around. She's perspiring slightly. She's getting stuff ready. She's printing the agenda. We're not quite ready for primetime. I can't see myself, Robbie. I need to know what I look like. You guys, it was a long weekend. It was a delightful weekend. We took some time off this weekend. We watched 3.5 movies, and then 3 and I would say 6/10 of a movie, which is 6 2/3 movie. We watched some movies. We relaxed. We were outside for a long time. We took hikes. We made popovers. Let me tell you about the most glorious thing that happened on Friday. On Friday afternoon, did our show, did some stuff with work, got super tired, took a nap. When I got up from my nap, I had a little knock on my office door, and I opened the door, and a young man came in with a name tag that said Jake. Okay? First of all, no one named Jake lives here. I said, who is this Jake character? He kind of looked like Kato, but it was clearly Jake. Brought me to the other room, brought Robbie in. You guys, someone had cleaned up the whole other room.
What?
The living room was clean, the dining room was clean. There were 3 people there I didn't recognize, one of whom was Roxy, one of whom was Elman, one of whom was Jake. They told us that they had sent our children away, and they were going to treat us to a spa experience. So we were offered some hors d'oeuvres. There was a bench set up for massages. We had the opportunity to purchase pasta and Coca-Cola. We were given a little sparkly purse. And inside the purse, you guys, were some stickers like this. And for each sticker, we could buy things. So for two stickers, we could buy a Coke. For 3 stickers, we could buy spaghetti. For 4 stickers, we could go to the cinema. For 3 stickers, we could get a back rub. So we did all this. And then we found out later on that our children, for each sticker we spent on the spa services, earned 10 minutes of device time. We didn't even know this. So before we knew it,
they were stickers.
Our children had earned 3 hours of unfettered, no questions asked device time. However, did we get a Coca-Cola? Yes, we did. Did we get fresh spaghetti we didn't have to make? Yes, we did. Did we get back rubs that we didn't have to give ourselves? Yes, we did.
Indeed.
And we watched a movie, and we got to relax, and we got a free house out of it. So, not free house. Clean house.
Clean house.
Clean house. You guys, it was a pretty good scam. Our children scammed us hard. But they scammed us in such a delightful way.
We're sort of happy to have been scammed.
I hope they scam us again soon.
Yes.
Is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Children, if you are there, and note, please take advantage of us and our utter willingness to be led down the wrong path.
We will not forget the theme songs today.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, hold on.
Yes, please.
Oh, did Matthew, were you chatting away with people
I decided, I was so worried that Robbie wasn't going to come back.
bread?
I thought Robbie might not come at all and that I was going to have to do the show by myself. So I thought I would set certain parameters.
Simon and Everett made meringue for dessert on Sunday night. That
oh,
sounds
for your
fantastic.
mom? Was it for your mom?
Yes.
Yesterday was Mother's Day, you guys.
Oh, and it was chocolate meringue. I hope you took some pictures so we can put them. We can show them on the chocolate show.
Well, that's appropriate. That's brand appropriate. Robbie, did you print the agenda?
I did.
Because I'm feeling
I just handed it
a little adrift without the agenda.
Yes.
All right, you guys. Now, let's officially get this shindiggery off to a fantastic start.
Is that a word?
Well, it is now. You have a shindig. And so if
Shindiggery is sort of the act of shindigging?
Yeah, we're engaged in an act of shindiggery. We're going to shindig.
I like that. We're going to establish that as a new word as well.
Shindiggery.
Shindiggery.
All right. R&M story time. Introducing Chocolate Week. Imagine that we're in an arena with 55,000 people. And instead of cheering for a football game, they're saying Chocolate Week. Chocolate. That's I want you to imagine. That's how exciting this is. From May 11, 2020. Got the date right. Hellos.
Yes. Hellos.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
I think we've done that already.
We have.
What does that say?
Friend-assisted hydration.
All right, this is what I wanted to do last week on the day we didn't have... All right, Robbie, back up a little bit.
Like a terrible idea.
All right, so I am going to give Robbie her water while she gives me my water. Let's see how this goes. We might get really wet. Do you guys want to try this at home? If you want to try this at home, don't try this on top of like precious paintings.
Yes, I'm moving all my keyboard and my mouse.
But we thought it might be fun to see how it works. If
we thought I did not approve this.
Robbie's
plan.
excited. All right, so
I think my arm has to go on top. I can't.
Okay. All right, you guys do what works for you and your friend. I'm making bad slurping sounds. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was the worst.
How's this working? Do you want a faster speed?
I think we're good.
Okay.
This is a terrible idea.
I got very wet.
This is a terrible idea.
I got super wet. Now Robbie's going to make fun of me for being wet. I tried to get her to go a little faster, but then I went too fast. All right. Well, we tried that experiment and it didn't go well.
No, if you end up
do you want me to help you?
Water,
do you want me to help you with the rest
of your... This is a terrible idea. You guys, stop right now.
Look what happened, you guys.
Because
Look what happened.
Look what happened. But Matthew almost choked on the water. That would have been terrible.
All right, so we learned something here on the Robbie and Matthew show today.
Don't listen to Robbie and Matthew.
No, we didn't make any recommendations. We were just trying an experiment, and the experiment only works
Matthew
if you
also sprayed his water all over my desk.
I mean, you guys, I feel like that was still an important experiment.
And my mouse.
A lot of scientific discoveries only happen in the wake of failure. We're going to do that again and do better next time, Robbie. All right, what does that say? Matthew is so over Taylor Ham. Guys, I want to tell you, every once in a while, when I was a young man, I would pine for something. Whether it was a video game that I couldn't get or a new bike. Taylor Ham has now become an unattainable goal to me. I've longed for it for so long that now...
No, we got a notification. It's coming in...
On May 22nd? That's still 11 days away.
Yeah, we can do it. We've
lived
our entire lives without it so far.
For now, I'm putting Taylor Ham out of my heart and somewhere else, so that when it comes, I can fall in love with it again.
Delighted. Yes.
I hope I like it after all this.
You spit water all over me, too.
I didn't spit it. I just merely ejected it. That's different. It just came out. It didn't get all mixed up
with... Robbie tells you one truth and one lie. Finally.
I think this is the 8th time we've given Robbie the opportunity to lie to you.
I'm ready.
Now, I think it's a credit to Robbie that she's so resistant to lying to you that all she can do is tell the truth.
It was really
But this is the time, you guys. This is the time. Robbie is going to tell us one truth and one lie, and we're going to try to guess what it is. Please, Robbie, proceed with
one
your
truth and one lie.
With your sincerity or your mendacity. Mendacity, you guys, is a good word for the state of being insincere. Okay, mendacity is lying
and insincere means
not telling the truth. Yes. All right, here we go.
Okay. One truth and one lie.
That's right.
One is when I was in 6th grade.
Okay.
I played Little League soccer.
Okay.
And I kicked a ball so hard against one of the opposing players that I broke his shin.
Whoa.
That's one.
Okay.
The other one is I did not get my first cavity until I was 28 years old.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I got to tell you something. I do not know the answer to this.
Oh.
I do not know, so I cannot help you or hurt you in your quest to guess the truth. So put your guesses down.
Yes.
Tell me what you guys think, and we will report in later in the program. All right? Is Robbie so mighty of leg that she broke someone's shin by kicking a ball, or is she so mighty of toothbrush that she managed to scare away cavities until she was an independent woman of 28 years? Let's see. What does that say?
All right. Share viewer submitted bear research. Wait
a second.
Matthew sent me.
Uh-oh. Something went very...
Well, look what the next item is.
What is so wrong? Guys, I don't understand. This is the 2nd week in a row.
But look what the next agenda item is.
What does it say?
I mean, the agenda has now started writing itself, apparently. Something went wrong with the agenda, and so this is all we have.
I don't understand.
Next item, improvise.
I created a really excellent agenda for today.
Did I print out the wrong agenda?
I don't know. And here, this says, I'm so confused. All right. Well, we're totally out of luck. I know some of the things that we want to do for the rest of the day.
Seriously, did you send me the wrong thing?
I think that's what I sent you last week, I think.
Let me just do another search.
But that's okay. Guys, you know what we need to do?
Yeah.
We need to accentuate the positive here. And that is that without an agenda, we have a completely clean slate. We can do whatever we want to. We do want to say it is Chocolate Week. And so throughout the week, we're interested in having you guys share your facts and figures about chocolate. I know that our children jumped onto the internet in the middle of last week's show and already did their chocolate research. So they are already in what do you call it? Back in the clubhouse, having played their full round of golf. They're back in the clubhouse.
Is that a golf metaphor?
It is.
I've never heard that before.
That's because you don't pay attention to golf. But when you say you're back in the clubhouse, that means you've gone through all 18 holes.
Yes.
You've done what you need to do. You're back in the clubhouse. You're waiting to see how the other golfers do, to see how you stand up. So our children have submitted their chocolate research, setting a good example for the rest of you. So please, send us your chocolate research.
Yes.
I did want to show Maeve's painting.
Late
last week, Maeve sent us a painting, but in fact, she sent it earlier in the week, and her mom forgot to send it. So really, we are pointing a finger at you, Becky, not Maeve. Maeve sent us this amazing painting of Robbie and Matthew that we want to share with you today. So, thank you, Maeve. Thank you, Maeve. We feel honored by your effort. Look at that.
Dun, 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 dun.
Look
how beautiful
Look
I
what
am.
I'm wearing.
Yes,
Maeve painted
your orange
me.
hat.
Yes, and look at that
And
handlebar mustache. Look at that.
Look what you have in your hand.
What do I have an agenda in my hand, which I don't have today because of whatever sort of use.
No, we have
This
an
is
agenda.
the second consecutive show that the agenda has not worked. What is going on?
I don't know.
I'm very confused about this.
Just double checked, and that was the agenda that you sent me.
I don't know.
And it says chocolate at the top.
I am so confused. Maybe I just never finished making the agenda. I
Oh,
thought I
Amy,
did.
the bear from last week is not yet on eBay because I haven't scanned it yet.
Yes, we have to do that. And in fact, I remember that the bear was one of the things I was going to put on the agenda. Maybe the agenda nullified itself because it contained items that were practically impossible.
I did not do my work, and I hadn't scanned the bear.
I know that one of the other things we were going to do this
Yes.
week, as we do every week at the advent of the new theme of the week, is have you guys help us figure out some of the items for the story that I am going to write between
Right.
now and tomorrow. So, let's remember what I need to write a story. I need a main character. I need a problem. I need someone who is standing in the way of my main character solving that problem or succeeding in whatever dream or goal the character has. And I need a setting.
Oh my gosh.
What? There's a
Are
lot
you going to do any of this
No,
yourself?
I want them to do
Main
all of
character, what else?
it. I need a main character, a problem,
Problem,
a setting,
setting,
an obstacle.
an obstacle.
I think I can write a story with those four things.
Okay.
I don't even need a setting. To heck.
No, I was going to say.
It could be in a vacuum.
Yes.
Like literally inside a vacuum is where the story could take place.
Ooh.
Now, if it's about chocolate, who's the main character? Is the chocolate is it a cacao bean and we chronicle
Or is it a chocolate bunny?
Is it a chocolate bunny that gets bitten by an enthusiastic slobbering child? I need to know, you guys.
When we were in Guatemala,
Oh,
we went to the chocolate museum.
we did. Yes,
And
in
we
in the
made-
city of Antigua.
Yes,
Yes.
and we made some chocolate.
We did.
I remember exactly nothing from this trip.
I remember exactly something.
Good,
Yeah.
because we learned lots of fascinating
did.
things about chocolate, and
Yeah.
I've forgotten all of them.
Well, the very important ingredient for chocolate
Yes.
is the cacao bean, which is
Yes.
actually a very healthy bean. You can take cacao
Mm-hmm.
and grind it up, and it's full of antioxidants, which are good for your cells. It's a
the
very
problem
sought
with
after
chocolate
substance.
is that we add all of this sugar to it.
Right, and milk, right? So to make milk chocolate, like a Hershey
Yes.
bar, there is some cacao.
Which
and
is
then-
good for you.
And there's lots of sugar and milk.
Which is not so good for
So
you.
when you think of dark chocolate, that is chocolate that has higher percentages of cacao, and therefore is presumably both healthier and more bitter. So the sweeter chocolate is, the less cacao it has in it, and the more
Straight up
sugar
cacao,
it has in it. So that really,
tough to
like
eat.
96% cacao chocolate bars that you can get in the special section of the grocery store, I love that.
I
To me,
do
that's
not.
very tasty because I'm not a sweets guy.
does not taste delicious.
But
to
anyway,
me.
so I'm giving away facts about chocolate that our friends might want to
No,
send us.
We heard some very fascinating things about
We-
the ancient peoples of Guatemala
Yeah.
and how they use chocolate, but
But you
did they use
forgot
it as money? Like there was some
I do know you have to grind up the beans after drying
that
them,
was not interesting.
and then you mix it up with things.
That was not the interesting thing I was thinking
I
of.
think they used it medicinally. They used it as currency. They celebrated it greatly because I think it was sort of like a drug to them. It's stimulant, right? It has caffeine in it or has something in
Are
it
you
that's...
getting confused? I think you're getting confused.
Okay, I, once again, could be telling you lies. I'm a man who just poured
So
water
many
all over
lies.
his lap, so I'm
Yes.
not a reliable subject. Can you guys tell us about how chocolate is made? Can you tell us about...
I mean, I thought I was going to give you
What's
some
this?
interesting information.
What's this?
This is
Oh my gosh. You guys,
the
with...
families.
It's
These
a,
are.
wait, this is top secret. We can't share this with them. This is top secret.
This is all of the recipes that we use on a regular basis in Alaska.
Man down, man down. Okay, you guys, what Robbie was going to say is that this is the recipes we use in Alaska.
Yes.
When we're in Alaska, we are working so hard. All we
Yes.
want is something delicious to eat when we get back.
Yes.
So Matthew, remember how I told you one time in the middle of the busiest fishing season we ever had, I went home to make a cake?
to
I
bake
did
a
make a
cake.
cake.
Yes.
But one of my jobs when I'm not fishing is to make baked goods for my family, whether it's brownies, there's a sort of a white cake called Dutch Revel cake
Pennsylvania Dutch Revel cake.
that I make sometimes. But
But-
zesty chocolate cake is the
Yes.
specialty of Robbie's sister Maiko. But now that Maiko does not come to Alaska with us, I have picked up the mantle of zesty chocolate cakeitude.
Yes.
And why are you showing this to them?
Well,
Are we going to teach them how to
I
make?
am going to. I'm just giving you a little Cool.
What's
I
happening?
brought this home for
Yeah.
the first time from Alaska. It has been in Alaska for the last 40 years, and I brought it home for the first time this year because we were going to catalog all of these recipes because we always come home and we never do any baking.
Right.
And we're like, oh, I'd love to have the zesty chocolate cake, and we don't know how to make it. Here's the recipe for the zesty chocolate cake.
Okay.
Here's what's going to happen.
What?
I am going to illustrate the recipe for the zesty chocolate cake.
Awesome.
And then I will post it for you guys, and you guys can make your own zesty chocolate cake.
Except that will never happen because it's a family secret and we're not allowed to tell you anything about it. Robbie, how are you going to reconcile the top secret nature of this and your proposal to share it with the madding crowd?
I want to share the love of the zesty chocolate cake. I'm telling you, the zesty chocolate cake, incredibly moist, full of butter and oil and fat. It is not good for you, but it is so
good for your heart.
so good for your heart. Fills my heart.
Not your
with
actual
happiness.
heart, your
Now,
other heart.
Here's the thing.
What?
I actually wanted to show you, this is not the original recipe.
Oh.
The original recipe is so yellowed and brown and sad that maybe it fell apart and then we had to rewrite it.
This still looks plenty old
But
and authentic, Robbie.
It's authentic, but it's not.
Look
as
on the
authentic.
back. It says zesty chocolate.
Yep.
Somebody
So,
spelled it wrong.
I think
Your mom spelled it wrong. She's like, good thing index cards have two sides.
Yes.
So, all right, well, this is a pretty big opportunity, you guys. Also,
Yes.
if anybody wants to win this week's contest with a total cheat, make the zesty chocolate cake and put it on Robbie's front porch and say who sent it. And I'm pretty sure that would...
Oh,
yeah, I'm
no, I'm going to be making my own zesty chocolate cake this week.
Oh, are you?
And I will be sharing it with you.
What makes it zesty says... I think it's buttermilk. Buttermilk makes it zesty. Am I correct?
Is there buttermilk in it?
I think so. That's why you used like a cup and a half of my buttermilk the last time, Robbie, and I was so mad because my buttermilk got used.
But buttermilk is basically
You
just
can
like
clabber.
spoiled milk.
It's not spoiled milk. It's
Sour.
It has a little vinegar added to it.
I think you can add
It adds
a little vinegar.
It adds a little kick and a whistle. You just...
Yeah.
All right? So that's... Anyway, you are going to do it.
The other thing that makes it zesty is the 1 stick of margarine and the half cup of oil.
That doesn't make it zesty. That makes it rich and delightful. I think it's the clabbering that makes
so
it
good.
zesty. All right, you guys?
Yes.
Have we gotten any suggestions for... Oh, we have some things up here. The Easter Bunny gets bitten by a snake. Okay. Here. E says coffee. Is coffee...
Coffee is the thing that makes you... Did they use this money?
No.
Or that
I
makes
think
you
she's
a
saying
stimulant?
coffee is the character in my story.
Oh.
I'm trying to see
Boo.
what these things are. The blue sky and the dandelion yellow dragon
Yes.
named Chris, who's crazy for sweet potatoes.
Oh.
I love that idea. Very specific. Not sure it relates to the coffee theme exactly.
Well, he could be crazy for chocolate.
All right. I'm just saying I'll take it into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
Easter Bunny gets bitten by a snake. Read my research and be amazed by the facts. Oh, Kato's already throwing down, you guys.
And all that responded, you literally copy and pasted a website.
Wow.
This
Wow.
shows you the difference between our two
You
oldest
guys,
children.
I am not
Yes.
getting any ideas here. We cannot write this story together if I do not get ideas from you. I am, color me disappointed so far. I want ideas for a protagonist. I want ideas for an obstacle. I want ideas for a setting. And I want...
A s'more
A s'more? Okay.
as
I like
the main
that.
character.
As the main character. Yes,
like
clarify. In your comments, say main character equals toothbrush. Main character, antagonist equals Robbie without a cup of sugar in her hand. I mean,
A
things...
s'more who's getting melted.
Ooh, that's a challenge.
That's a tragedy.
Well, it might not be.
Or maybe that's just
Maybe the
chocolate
s'more
fulfilling
wants...
its destiny.
Exactly. Maybe the s'more wants to be devoured, and that's getting it more delicious.
Wait, we have a story to read, don't we?
We do. We have a story.
Yes.
Robbie said, what should we read? And I said, Robbie, we don't have any stories about chocolate. Why would I write a story about chocolate? And then Robbie said, wait a second. I know a story that has chocolate in it. So, guys, we're going to read a story.
It has a chocolate cake in it.
Well, it has a chocolate bar in it and a chocolate,
chocolate
cake
cake in it.
So it has double chocolate.
So much chocolate in it.
So the point is, Matthew has no memory of what he ever writes ever.
Yes.
And we're going to read this story to you. I think it's only the second time we've read this story. It's called Bobby and the Robots.
Here's the thing.
What? Where is it?
Right before
Silent burp.
I turned this, before we started this.
Coffee is the antagonist of the story.
Oh, yes.
And a sassy marshmallow. All right, you guys are doing much better
better.
now. I appreciate
Much
this.
better.
Sassy marshmallow. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, the problem was that right before this happened, Matthew accidentally turned off a monitor. I had to restart my computer.
A full half hour before this happened. Please be truthful.
And I just forgot to turn
We
back
were
on.
doing a Zoom session with a group of students in Catonsville, Maryland, who are
Yes.
real McCoy's fans, and they wanted to talk to us about it. So every once in a while, I could push it again. Just
No,
right
do
now.
not. In fact, I asked you nicely to be very careful about that button.
Robbie was pretty nice about it.
I was nice about
All right, I'm going to have Robbie, if you remembered the agenda, if you properly printed the agenda that I didn't send you, then you would have known that you are going to read Bobby and the Robots.
Oh, but are the words in Bobby and the Robots?
I sure hope so. Sure they are. They have to be, because we don't have a copy of this book. Oh, and we've read it before. So how about if you hand that keyboard over to me?
Okay.
My
Bobby
friend.
and the Robots.
By
Matthew Swanson.
There's a little piece of plastic stuck to my finger. Will you pull that off? It's bothering me. Thank you. All right. All right.
Interesting.
Robbie?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Stuck to my finger.
Oh, Lady Lily Lemon Yellow? Lady Lily Lemon Yellow, is that another one? We do some vocal warm-ups.
Yes.
You need New York, unique New York, you know you need unique New York. I didn't say we had to do it successfully. We just had to try. All right, here we go.
Bobby and the Robots.
The mark, get
by
set.
Matthew Swanson, illustration by Robbie.
Here we go.
When the sun came up, Bobby didn't feel like getting out of bed, so he didn't get out of bed.
This is really a story about Robbie, you guys.
It is. When he got hungry, he built a robot. Oh, some people don't like us being down here during this.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to do this.
Here we go. Robbie is channeling those of you who are full of rage. Just keeping... Oh, all right. Sorry, guys.
All right.
All right. I'm going to change my shirt while we're over here. All right. Here we go.
When he got hungry, he built a robot.
Okay. Uh-oh. Now you need to put me back on the right track. Okay.
All right. He sent the robot to get him some toast. When the robot didn't come back, he built another robot to go find it. When neither robot came back, Bobby pulled his emergency candy bar out from under his bed and ate it for breakfast.
What's that, a chocolate bar signing during Chocolate Week?
That is called a hello bar. I'd like to have a hello bar. Bobby's mom came to the door and told Bobby to get out of bed. Bobby put on his helmet so that he couldn't hear her.
Smart boy. Smart boy.
Wow. Eventually, Bobby's second robot came back holding the first robot's arm. Bobby told the second robot to sit in the corner while he built a third robot to go out and find the rest of his robot. While Bobby waited for his robots to come back, he counted the spots on the ceiling. Bobby's mom came to the door again and told Bobby to get out of bed, or he wouldn't get to go visit his cousin Edgar. Inside the helmet, Bobby was smiling. Edgar was a double booger. Bobby's mom left in a huff.
Oh, sorry, I rushed you off that page.
You did.
Sorry. It's all good.
I know. Eventually, Bobby's first robot came back with no arms. Bobby's third robot was nowhere to be found. Bobby was getting hungry and was all out of candy bars. He sent his second robot out to get him some toast and find the first robot's other arm. He told his first robot to tell him jokes. But the first robot wasn't funny, so Bobby sent him to the corner. El Puppy, it's good that we have El Puppy who provides us with funny jokes. Otherwise, we'd have to send her to the corner.
I would hate to do that.
That would be me.
Yeah, all right, here we go.
All right. Bobby's dad came to the door and said, "Get out of bed right now or you'll regret it." Bobby couldn't imagine ever regretting staying in bed. A little while later, Bobby's second robot and third robot came back with a puppy, but no toast. Bobby liked the puppy, but he was too hungry to play with it. He took apart his three robots and built one gigantic robot with a really long arm. The robot's arm was so long that it could stand in Bobby's bedroom and reach all the way to the kitchen. When the arm came back, it was holding a chocolate cake. Maybe a zesty chocolate cake.
That doesn't look like the zesty chocolate cake.
It doesn't. That's not what the zesty chocolate cake looks like.
There's not 3 layers.
No. You could make it with 3 layers.
My gosh, that would be so zesty.
Maybe we should try that.
All right.
Bobby loved chocolate cake. He told the arm to get him a fork.
That is a very sturdy cake, I have to say. If you held a cake like that, I think it would fall apart. That cake looks like it's
that was defying the laws of physics in a drawing.
All right.
I didn't even think about that when I drew that. There's no plate.
No.
He's just holding on to it for dear life.
And the other part of the cake isn't falling off. That cake must be made of iron.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm just saying.
Also, look at Bobby's pants.
What about him? They're a little funny.
Kind of like
He's
MC
got a
Hammer pants.
really, really, really wide crucial area there. Wow. You know, sometimes it's not until you step back a little bit and you admire your work or lack thereof.
The arm got him a fork, but holding onto the fork was Bobby's mom.
Uh-oh.
She didn't look happy.
No, sir.
She said he had to take apart his gigantic robot right away.
Oh, no.
The good news was, she didn't tell him not to rebuild his other robots. The bad news was, he had to go visit his boogery cousin Edgar after all. And look, the robots get to eat the cake.
The robots do get to eat the
Yay.
cake. Chocolate for everyone, friends. Oh, and there's a how to...
I'm gonna
Oh,
go
what do you have?
backwards for a second.
Yeah, okay.
Somebody
Here,
pointed
take this
out,
over there. Just take it over there.
Somebody pointed out in the past
Yeah.
there were some things under his bed, and I think Kato pointed out there was a Coke under his bed. I don't remember that. Is there a Coke under his bed? Where? There we go. Oh yeah, there's a Coke, there's a fork, there's a pencil, there's some scissors, there's some beads. Oh yeah, some of these things end up being in the big robot.
I think someone was saying all of the things.
I think
end up being
maybe
in the
yes,
robot.
that was.
Yeah. We have some discussion happening about how many times we've read this book before.
Oh, hi, you guys. We have zero memory.
Yeah.
We trust that you are correct in whatever your assessment is. We are wrong, and you are correct.
The request has also been made that we make a Coke cake. Now, Robbie
I have heard
loves
of a Coke cake.
and Robbie loves cake.
Here's the thing.
Coke is an incredibly complex system of tastes, and I heard a radio story one time about how you make Coke, and it's incredibly very...
Well, don't they have like a top secret recipe?
They
like
do.
That they protected. With...
They do, but people have studied it so closely that it is known what is in
They know what
Coke.
it is?
I don't think they know the exact recipe, but they're... you know what? Here's some research. Find out the ingredients in Coke, you guys. It is
Not
a knowable
the
fact.
ingredients.
Yeah, no, the ingredients.
But there's some. I mean, you can read the ingredients on the back of a Coke.
No, they hide because it's not nutritional.
Oh.
They hide some of the things that go into making the flavor. So yeah, but it's known. It's known. People have done research. Find it out. Bring it to the show,
Well,
and Robbie will
wasn't
give you a
Coke
piece of cake.
originally made with cocaine?
Yes, it was.
Which is a drug.
Which is a
that
drug.
makes you be a little bit like.
A controlled substance. Yes, but that's yes.
But they don't make it out of that anymore.
No,
they just
they
hype you up with sugar.
Do not. There's lots
yes,
of sugar.
there
yes.
actually is a kind of cake that has Coke in it.
Yeah.
And I have never made it because I feel like that's a waste of Coke.
Except that I bet it would be delicious. So maybe we should try it.
Maybe we'll
sometime.
try a Coke cake.
All right, send us a recipe for a Coke cake.
Yes.
We will make the Coke cake
We'll
and
make
we
the
will
Coke
sample it here on the program.
You know what we'll do?
What will we do?
We'll have a blind taste test.
What, will we compare it to the
Where
zesty
we
chocolate
compare
cake?
it to the zesty chocolate cake.
Of course we would. That's not even fair. That's not even fair.
What do you mean?
And
How do you know? We've never had a Coke cake.
But we know
Maybe
what a
it's-
zesty chocolate cake tastes like so much that we would know.
You think?
Absolutely.
I'm curious to see
Absolutely.
I guess I mean whether we would prefer the Coke cake or the zesty chocolate cake.
All right, fair enough.
We don't have Coke up there, which is why we don't
Robbie,
make Coke cake up there.
I am leaving here now.
Oh, what?
You can either end the show or not, but I'm going to go figure out what happened to the agenda so that I can find it for part 2. So you can either hang with these guys, you can end the show now and tell them to wait for 90 seconds. But I'll be back. Guys, I'll see you on the other show in a minute.
Wow.
Yep, sorry.
This was not part of the non-agenda.
Sorry.
I was not informed until this very minute that this is what was happening. Okay, so somebody please do some research on the Coke cake. I would like a Coke cake recipe sent to my email, info at Robbie and Matthew.com, so that we can make a Coke cake, we can make the zesty chocolate cake, and we will have a contest to see which cake is better and which we more highly recommend to our viewers out there. And I will... Ooh, you know what? But I only have Pepsi. Oh no! I have a secret case of Coke that I'm hiding from people because I need my Coke. Okay, so Waylon already listed the ingredients of Coke. Carbonated water, yes, we knew that. Sugar, yes, we knew that. Caffeine, yes. Phosphoric acid, I don't know what that is. It doesn't sound good. Versus? I don't know. Caramel, E150D. Natural flavorings, which include coca leaf extract. It's the natural flavorings where they hide the secret ingredients. I think that's what it is. A few sources claim that coca leaf extract, with the cocaine chemically removed, remains part of the formula as flavoring. Aha! You guys are doing some very good research over in the sidebar here. I'm sorry, you have to go to Spanish class in 2 minutes. I bet they're not talking about cocaine
I'm back!
in your Spanish class.
I figured out what happened, you guys.
Well, Waylon, thank you very much, buddy. That is all excellent information. And, yes. Don't share my stash. I know. I'm going to make the Coke cake. I'm intrigued.
Whose
I'm
stash?
intrigued.
What are we talking about here?
My stash of Coca-Cola.
Oh.
I thought that we only had Pepsi left, but we actually have some Coke.
It's up so high that no children could reach
yes.
it, even with the highest ladder.
Yes.
It's time to go.
Yes.
We'll go to the other channel. I fixed the agenda problem. I figured out what happened. If you're curious, I'll tell you on the other side.
I want to know what happened.
Okay, on the other side, I said.
I want to know what happened.
On the other side.
All right.
Goodbye, friends.
Goodbye, guys.
I mean, just not really goodbye.
Kylie has
What?
a challenge for me. Go to the next thing
Yeah.
and challenge me, Kylie.
Yeah, over there.
Oh, I bet it's a taste test between Coke and Pepsi.
Oh, perhaps. Do we have both of those beverages?
We do.
Okay.
All right.
Go over there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.